Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, Ainfield is here to make you fly. Sky is so high, if you don't know how to fly, Ainfield is here to make you fly. Here we go.
Good to see you all. Okay, so first thing first, I want to tell you that each one of you took this presentation so seriously and you did really well. So I really want to congratulate you on that first thing. And there are few presentations which was not very up to the mark. So I will tell them, okay. So there are 2-3 presentations.
Did you get my presentation?
You need to do it again. So I will tell those people, those who are supposed to do it again and submit it again. Most of you has done really well. So thank you so much for taking me so seriously. First thing, and I'll inform the guys or the girls, those who want, who's supposed to do the presentation again. Okay. All right. So till now, do you guys have any questions?
Hi, how's my presentation? What about your opinion? What's your opinion about my presentation?
Krishnan, I said I will inform the people who need to do it again. Okay, so I will talk to you personally.
Okay.
All right.
Ma'am, can you
Need
repeat
any-
what you just said?
I'm sorry. Who just said what?
Ma'am, you said something. No, actually, I was not able to hear, so that's why I reconnected again. So I didn't know what you said.
Okay, I just said that all of you have done really well in the presentation. You took me seriously. Thank you so much. And those who need to do the presentation again, I will inform them. Okay.
Okay.
Also, every day there will be a grooming check. Okay. So as I can see, it's not like when I ask you to do a presentation or get groomed, only that day you're supposed to get groomed and come on the video. Every day there will be a grooming check, okay? And you have to be groomed properly every day before the session. Is that clear to everyone? Done? Oh yeah, see.
Yeah, done.
Just check your chat box. It's written grooming check will be done. So I guess they want me to do it today only. So okay, I'll do it. But tomorrow onwards, please take it seriously. Every day there will be a grooming check. So prepare yourself and then come online. Okay. Somebody tell me what's the date today? 19th. Okay. All right. So today we're supposed to see the video on military aircrafts. Okay. So by the time I will show you a video, everybody switch on the cameras because I'm supposed to do the grooming check at that point of time. Okay. So nobody will switch on off the camera when I'm showing you the video. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any question do you guys have?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Sure? Alright. Do you want to discuss anything by the time I'm checking the video? If you have any question, anything you guys want to ask me, just go ahead. Okay, so I think the best presentation was Janvi's. Janvi, you have done really well. I love the way you groomed yourself. You were wearing sari and then the makeup and everything was just perfect. So
Thank you, ma'am.
that's really nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I have informed you guys about the things which you guys need to improve, right? So next time when I give you a presentation, don't repeat the same mistakes. Okay? Even Divya, your presentation was very nice. Shubham, your presentation was very nice. So I like those presentations, okay?
Thank you.
So
ma'am.
whatever I've told you, just take care of those things. Okay, so how many of you know about the Rafales which just came to India? Any idea about the Rafales? No. Okay. So these are the fighter jets, and India does not have these aircraft before, so they just ordered in, I guess, I don't know exactly the year. I guess in 2012, and now they have been delivered. They are very you know, what do you call them? They are very modern kind of aircrafts, and I'll show you the video and you'll come to know about that. After that, if you have any question, just ask me. Rafael, yeah. Okay, first of all, I'll just share my screen. Alright guys, do you have any question about this? No? Okay. So as I can see, there are many students which have not switched on the camera. So let me take their names and please come on the cameras. First of all, Janvi, Divya, Shubham, Ashwin, you can switch off the cameras, please. Okay. So now Shifana, Xavier, Umran, Sari, please switch on your cameras. Trisha, Alina, come on the camera quickly. Okay. Shipana, I can't see you. Can you adjust your camera a little bit? I can't see you properly. Okay, fine. Okay, now you guys can switch off the camera. So Avishna, Marvin, Sona, Umra, I can't see Umra. Okay, Avishna. Sona and Umra. Marvin, I can't see you. Okay, yeah. So this is the first time I'm seeing you, you know that? I've never seen you before in the class. You never switch on your camera. Okay. Who's left? Who's left? Umra? I can't see you. Umra, are you there? Okay. And who's Sona KP? They left, I guess. B version? Alright. So those who are not coming on the cameras, I'm marking absent for them. Okay, Mission K. Jonas. Alright. Okay, alright guys. So I want to brief you about grooming as well. I have seen all of you, and those who did not came switch on the camera, I'm marking absent for them for today. Okay, so everybody switch on the camera now. Okay, so those who has not attended the class for grooming, let me brief you about the grooming first thing. Every day you guys should be groomed and come in the class. Okay, and switch on the cameras. Nobody will switch off the camera. First thing first. For guys, it's very easy. They're supposed to wear the formals and do nothing else. Okay, it's easy for the guys. But their hair should be properly gelled and properly, it should not be here and there. Alright, but for girls you need to put a little more effort. Each and every girl will tie their hair. Okay, so I don't want open hair, I don't want a ponytail, I want a bun. I think you can do this in just 2 hours of class. You just open it after the class, but for the class, no ponytail, no open hair. Everybody should make the bun. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to do a little bit of makeup also. Just don't sit like that. Be a little professional. Just put a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of whatever you can do, whatever is possible for you guys to do. But you should look groomed. Should not look that you just wash your face and sat in front of the camera. No. And third thing, you should wear formal. You can wear Western formal or Indian formal. You can wear kurtis, you can wear suits, and or you can wear formals like shirts. No t-shirts or no night suits. Okay? Should be properly groomed, sitting in. I should see the people who are sitting in front of me are actually professional people. I don't want to see that you are sitting, you are lounging at your place and you just switch on the camera and that's it. Take it seriously, please. Many of you are groomed today also, but I don't want you to remind each and every day. Okay? Every day when you are coming for the class, when you are switching on the camera, make sure you are sitting, not lying down on your bed. Okay? And you are properly groomed. Also your nail paint should be there. I have not applied the nail paint. I'm asking you, I'm sorry, but I'm the teacher here. So you can't ask me question, I can ask. Okay? So everybody should put the nail paints, groom yourself, tie your hair in bun. Okay? Those who want to go a little bit, those who want to put a little more effort can, wear saris also. Have you guys seen me wearing saris? Right? So I also said at home, I just come, give this class of 2 hours and I'm done for the day after that, but still I do that. Okay? I can tell you only if I am doing the thing, except this nail paint. Okay? So I hope tomorrow each one of you is groomed properly and make sure the way I am sitting in front of you, you will sit. It's better you will sit on a chair if you have a chair and a table, because on a bed, I used to give sessions when I used to sit in bed, because I just arranged this table and chair later after the first or second session. But when you are sitting on a bed, you feel like a little bit of lousiness, or you feel a lazy little bit. You just, straighten your legs and you just do. You are in a comfortable position. So, most of us, when we are in very comfortable position, we just don't listen to the other person, and slowly and steadily we switch off the camera, we put the laptop aside and we just lie down. And we just don't listen to the person who is saying. So you have to be very attentive when you are taking the class. Okay? So your camera is in front of you in your laptop or your phone, whatever you are using right now, and sit properly. Okay? I know it's like work from home and taking classes from home, a little bit of comfortable, yes, but just get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, so I hope you will take this thing seriously tomorrow again, because now every day I have been informed, and I'm telling you guys also, every day I'm supposed to take your grooming check. Okay, so the first thing first we will do when we switch on the cameras, I will take the grooming check for you guys. Okay. So the new students, do you have any question? Any question you want to ask me about grooming? No. Also, you guys must have seen that I drink lots of water. And I ask my students, those who are with me from the very first day, I ask them to drink a lots of water. I have not seen them drinking water, that's something else, but I have told them. I ask them to keep a water bottle along with them whenever we are taking the class, and just keep sipping the water. Not the glass, the water. Okay? So, who will tell me the benefits of water?
It keeps
Keeps you hydrated. Feels better. Just give me a moment, guys. Yeah. So yeah, it keeps you hydrated. Your skin gets better. So you guys should know that when you want to be a cabin crew, your skin should be in a very good state, because if you have pimples or if you have a dry skin, you will not look good. Even if you do makeup, you will see the patchiness on your skin. It doesn't look nice. Okay, so your skin should be hydrated all the time, and that's not for the girls, for the guys as well. Okay, so tomorrow we are 24 of us here. Everyone should be groomed, including me. Okay, so if you'll see that, okay, let me tell you two things. I can open my hair, you can't. Okay, and second thing, I don't need to put a nail paint, you have to. I have done my flights, you will go and do your flights. So you have to come into that routine, okay? So, and it should not be patchy. So if you think that it's going off after a day or two, remove it and put it again. I don't want you are layering it up and then there is a thick layer on your nails. Remove the previous one and then put the new one. Okay? I know that that's really irritating thing, because I hate putting the nail paints when I used to go for flights. That's the most irritating thing which, I hate about flying, but you have to do this if you want to fly. So yeah, any questions so far about grooming? So do I expect you guys to be groomed properly and then come for the class tomorrow? Right? You can do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And now any question regarding the file? Any question regarding the files, guys? Umra, where were you? You were getting groomed? Okay, so one more thing, when everybody is online, you just don't go, switch off your camera and, oh shit, I am not groomed today, so I'll just go and get groomed and then I'll come and switch on my camera. Don't do that tomorrow. Okay? Alright, so any questions on Raphael today? No questions? Yes, Xavier, it's very important whenever you have a grooming check. Okay, so she asked me that nail paint is compulsory. It is the most mandatory thing. Your makeup, your bun, your uniform, your nail paints, everything should be spick and span, and they actually check those things when you are going for a flight. So it's just like when you were in school and you used to show your nails to your teachers that it's clean and it's cut properly. Just like that, they check in shape properly, and you put the nail paint. So that's the only change. Okay, so you have to do it. Any question regarding grooming, guys? Please go ahead and ask me right away. I don't want to see anybody sitting with open hair in front of me tomorrow. Alright, I guess you guys got it. Who's that Sona KP? She's not, I don't know, it's a guy or a girl, and they're not coming online. They are not switching on their camera, so. She is the new one. Okay, yeah, now I can see. She's a girl. Okay, so is that your first class, Sona? I can hear you. You can say, is that your first class?
No,
No? Okay.
third class.
Okay, I'm seeing you for the first time, so. Okay, guys, so that day we talked about the difference between the commercial and the
Cargo.
Cargo.
cargo flight. Okay, so who will tell me what is the difference between commercial and the cargo flights? Quickly, we don't have much time. Guys, it's very easy. What is the difference between the commercial and the cargo flight?
I mean, commercial passengers.
Yeah. And in cargo?
Cargo goods.
Yeah, exactly. So in commercial flights, there are passengers, and in cargo flights, there's only goods. There's no passenger. Alright? There are more difference. Come on, Janvi, you were saying something?
Because the animals are carried in cargo flights.
Yes, we can carry animals in the cargo flights, right? Alright. So, can a commercial aircraft, we can change a commercial aircraft into a cargo aircraft? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
How?
No, ma'am.
The
by
seat is
removing the seat.
Shubham, you said no, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why no?
Ma'am, if we convert commercial flight into cargo flight, it's very difficult to again put all the seats in proper order. It will take.
So what we do?
We put the things on the seats and put a belt on it.
Okay. So Janvi and Ashwin, I want to tell you that what you were saying, I understood. But if I ask you a question that can we change the aircraft? No, we cannot, because if we change a commercial aircraft into a cargo aircraft, that means we need to remove the seats and everything, which is a cost to the company, which we don't do. So if you want to use a commercial aircraft as a cargo aircraft, you just put the goods on the seats itself and secure it properly. You can bring the cargo in the commercial aircraft, but you just don't change it into a cargo aircraft. If you are changing it into a cargo aircraft, you need to remove everything from the aircraft, which is just cost to the company, and which we don't do that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But yes, we can carry goods in a commercial aircraft. Now, do you understand the Rafales? In Rafale, it is actually a fighter jet. It is the most advanced version of the fighter jet. Alright? And it just carries the weapons. And it is a fighter jet. That means we use that jet in the fights, in the wars. Okay, this is the most advanced version. Before this, it was MiG. Which one he was saying? MiG?
Eurofighter.
No. There was one more. It was two aircraft before the Rafales. MiG 90. MiG-29.
Hmm.
So MiG-29 was the latest one before Rafales. So we use in our fights in the wars with Pakistan also, we use that MiG-29. But now as we have the Rafale, that is the most advanced version of fighter jets, we use those fighter jets. Okay, and it is from
France.
France. It is from France. Okay? Alright. Any questions so far?
Ma'am, you said that Rafale came to India like in 2012.
Yeah, I guess so. What was
I guess it was a recent news before that China war.
It just-
Like India bought Rafale and it.
They delivered those aircraft just now, but we have ordered this in 2012. I'm not sure about that. We will Google it. I am not sure about 2012 or 2014, but now they have delivered it. Okay, any other question by the time they were searching?
Ma'am, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, as you said that in aircraft we can carry animals. In Indian Airlines also they also carry animals.
Okay, so every airline has a particular rule. In Indigo, there is no animals. Animals as in cat or dogs in the cabin are allowed. Okay, but in Air India, because it's an international airline, people do want to travel with their pets like dogs or cats, right? So we do carry, but one at a time. And they have a proper SOP for that. So if they are carrying a dog, a pet dog, it should be in a cage. All right. So cage is like it should not be closed properly. All right. So it is kind of a cage, and the mouth on the mouth of that dog, they put what do you call that? I just forgot the names. They just put something on the mouth so that the dog will not bite anyone. Okay, so we can carry only one dog in one flight because they are coming in the cabin. So there's only one dog at a time, or one cat, or whatever the pet animal is. Okay, but one at a time. Second thing, what I was about to say, I forgot. Yeah, do you have heard about the guide dogs? Do you know what guide dogs are? Yes or no?
Those who have pulling.
No. Guide dogs are those, there is a passenger. For example, I am a passenger, I have a guide dog, I will have the guide dog only if I'm blind. So actually the dog helps that person to guide them through the roads, or you can say everywhere. So those dogs are trained for such people. Okay. So I guess guide dogs are allowed in Indigo, but I'm not sure. When I used to fly, it was allowed. Right now, I have no idea. So the pet animals, one at a time, is allowed in commercial aircrafts. All right. In Air India only. There's in no domestic flight it is allowed. Okay. But if it is a cargo flight and because I heard one of my pilot friend, I heard that he was carrying some monkeys, I guess, to some other country. I don't remember to which country, but it was in cargo, not in commercial flight. Okay, so they has a proper procedure for that. Goats, they send goats from one place to another in a cargo flight. All right. Any other questions?
Ma'am, India ordered Rafale in 2016, September.
2016.
That to 36 planes, but like we are getting.
27?
Huh?
How many has been delivered so far?
That I don't know. It's like they deliver the whole set by 2020, by the end of 2020.
I guess 7. We get delivered 7. I'm not sure about.
Yeah, 6 or 7 even I heard
Yeah.
about.
So yeah, they will send in bits and pieces. Okay. Any other question? Okay, what is DGCA? What is DGCA?
Can I? Directorate General. Okay.
No, you just stay quiet. I'm asking the new students because they have not attended the class, maybe, I'm not sure. So, okay, MIG 29, MIG 21. So, the new students who just, those who just joined the class, we were talking about the aviation management. Okay, so you guys were there when I showed you the video regarding this commercial and cargo. Today I showed about the profiles, and before that we were discussing about the DGCA, ICAO. You guys were there in the class when I was discussing this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have the PDF?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you will get, might be soon. Are you guys in the group? With you guys?
No, ma'am. No.
No, ma'am.
They're not there also. Okay.
I am also not there.
Okay, don't worry. There are many students, those who are not in the group. I don't know. I mean, I am not there in the group. Otherwise, I would have added you as soon as I got added to the group. But they are not adding me to the group. I don't know why. Anyways, okay. So the DGCA I was talking about, the full form of DGCA is, just write it down, guys. Those who are listening to this for the first time, DGCA is a Directorate General of Civil Aviation. So the Directorate General of Civil Aviation means all the SOPs. Okay, SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures. So I will use this SOP thing a lot of time. So that means these are the standard to operate in aviation. Okay, so whenever I say SOP, just understand what I'm talking about. So all the SOPs, all the regulations in aviation, DGCA is the one, DGCA is the one authority which makes all the decisions, all the SOPs in aviation. So DGCA is like the principal of the school. Okay, who make all the rules and regulations, and we are all the airlines, either whether it's a government airline or private airline, international airline or domestic airline in India, will follow DGCA. Is that clear to you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So all the airlines in India report to DGCA. So DGCA personnel will come on board and take the audit. He will sit in an aircraft where, for example, if you are operating a flight from Delhi to Bangalore, there could be a possibility there's a passenger, there's a person sitting in the aircraft and he's a DGCA personnel. He will be taking your audit on board. So what he will check that how do you operate on board. Whenever the seatbelt signs come on, you guys are supposed to go in the cabin and check that each and every passenger has fastened the seatbelt. So in case you forgot to do that, at the end of the flight, he will sit with you, he will discuss things, and if you have not followed any SOP on board, they can punish you in any ways. They can suspend you for months, for weeks, for years, and if you have done a blunder, they can ask you to just leave the company because you are not good enough to follow the SOPs which they have driven. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So in India, all the airlines are answerable to DGCA. Okay. Now DGCA is also answerable to one authority in aviation, and that authority is called ICAO. What is the full form of ICAO? Who will tell me what is the full form of ICAO?
IATA. IATA.
International Civil Aviation Organization.
Right. So it's International Civil Aviation Organization. We call it ICAO. So DGCA is in India. Similarly, each and every country has their own authority who takes care of the aviation, about all the regulations and SOPs and everything. So all these organizations are answerable to ICAO. That means all the countries are answerable to ICAO. ICAO is the one organization who takes care of the aviation rules and regulations of the whole world. Is that clear to everyone? So now DGCA is answerable to ICAO. So you guys need to learn these abbreviations of DGCA, ICAO, these things, because these are very important things. Is that clear? Any question? Any question, guys? No? Alright. Okay. So, the most common thing which we say about the first officer, about the abbreviation which we use for the first officer is FO. So, could be a possibility in our discussion, I'll say FO. That means the first officer. Okay, who will tell me where the first officer sits, on which side of the aircraft, and where the pilot sits?
Ma'am.
Yes, Shubham. Yes, ma'am. Shubham, yeah, go ahead. Oh, there's no light.
Captain sits on port side, and first officer sits on starboard side.
Right. So the left side of the aircraft, we call it port side, and the right side of the aircraft, we call it starboard side. So just make a note of it. Left side, where the captain sits, we call it port side, and the right side, where the first officer sits, we call it starboard side. And what do we call the body of the aircraft? Anyone? I have used that word many times. Sorry, what, Shubham? Say it again. No, cockpit is the area where the captain and the first officer sits. That's in the front. I'm talking about the whole aircraft, the body of the aircraft. What we call that?
Cabin.
No, it's fuselage.
Fuselage. So we call it fuselage. Okay. So what do we call the backside of the aircraft?
Question to answer.
Sorry, Krishnan.
Name of
The
middle.
first thing I just said, you are not supposed to lie down and then talk to me. Sit properly and talk to me then. Then I will answer your question. And please write it down in the chat box because we are not audible at all.
Middle.
Okay, what do we call the backside of the aircraft?
Rear.
Rear of the aircraft.
Sorry, ma'am.
Learn rear, R-A-R-E. Rear of the aircraft. So you need to remember these things because these things we will use in our in all the discussions which we do. And one more thing, what do we call the washroom in the aircraft?
Lavatory.
Lavatories.
So where the captain sits is the port side, where the first officer sits is the starboard side. Cockpit is the cabin where the captain and the first officer sit and fly the aircraft. Cabin is the area where the passengers and cabin crew sits. The back side of the aircraft is called rear of the aircraft. The body of the aircraft is called fuselage. And the washroom in the aircraft calls lavatory. Any questions regarding this, guys?
Ma'am, I forgot the word. What
Serviette.
tissue papers? Serviettes.
Okay, any questions regarding anything, guys? No questions? Smart people. Yes, Shubham.
The seating capacity of the aircraft is there on page number, I guess, 26.
Just give me a moment, let me open that. Seating capacity of an aircraft. On which page, Shubham?
26.
Page number 26. Okay, just give me a moment. On 26, it's showing air cargo industry.
I have only one question that what is the seating capacity of Airbus A320?
A320 is 180 passengers.
Here it is not given.
It's not given here? I don't know. Okay, so Airbus A320 is 180 passengers on board. Is the seats for the passengers only. Crew seats we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 crew seats we have. And 180 passenger seats. So we have 2 crew seats extra in that aircraft. We only need 4 cabin crew there, and 2 seats are just in case we have any ACM. ACM is additional crew member. Just write down this also, maybe I have not discussed this before. ACM is additional crew member. That means the crew member who is deadheading from one point to another, but he or she is not operating the aircraft. In that aircraft, she is not working, but she is in the uniform, and maybe she is deadheading from one point to another point and operate from another point to the third destination wherever the aircraft is going. Okay, so in this case, we called that crew member is additional crew member, and why she is traveling? Because she is deadheading from one point to another, and then probably she will operate from the other destination. Is that clear?
Ma'am, which Airbus is that? 180 passengers.
Airbus A320.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, what else? I can't see this capacity thing. Whatever. Okay, what do you guys know about the helicopters? What is the difference between a helicopter and any jet? Anyone? Any answer? Just go ahead, try it.
Helicopter is used to time for time saving.
I don't want you to read that, okay? I'm telling you to tell me what do you understand by that? Okay, so any idea how many passengers can sit in a helicopter? Okay, so helicopter is actually a very small kind of an aircraft where only two or four passengers can sit. Alright, so we use helicopter where we cannot go by road or by car or anything. Okay, so if you want to fly to a remote destination, that means there you cannot go by your own, you need the help of a helicopter. That's the most convenient thing because it doesn't need a big runway to land, just like all the commercial aircrafts or cargo aircraft, especially the jets. And and the helicopters fly at a very lower altitude. However, the jets fly at 35,000 feet, but the helicopters fly at a very low altitude. And it doesn't need a very big runway to land. It needs a very small, as compared to the runway, it needs a very small space or place, helipad actually we call it helipad, to land. But it carries only a few number of passengers, like 4 or 5 passengers. It depends on the different helicopters. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just write down one more abbreviation, that is APU. We call it Auxiliary Power Unit.
Full form, please. Tell me full form.
Auxiliary Power Unit.
Can you type it? Message.
Sorry?
Can you type? Please
You
type a
want me to
message.
write down? I don't
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. APU is auxiliary. Okay, so what is auxiliary power unit? It is actually not a device actually. It is actually it says turbine. So it's actually a small turbine from which we get the, you can say, the lights in the aircraft. Okay, so all the lights and air conditioning and all those things are on the aircraft with the help of auxiliary power unit. Okay, and we use it on ground mostly. No, not on ground actually, in air. On ground we use ground power unit, GPU. So just in case the GPU is not working on ground, we will switch on the APU and then we get the light, because even if the aircraft is on ground and it's a night time, you need the air conditioning, you need the lights. Only then the passengers will board in the aircraft. They will not board in the aircraft with the dark and there's no light. So on ground we use ground power unit, that is GPU. But if the GPU is not working, we use APU, that is auxiliary power unit. Understood? ATC, everybody knows? What is ATC? Air traffic control. Everybody know what is air traffic control?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The new students, everybody knows what is air traffic control? So air traffic
landing
control is
station.
actually,
For the back.
I'm sorry?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. So the ATC is air traffic control. Air traffic control is actually control all the traffic in the air. So you guys know that we are in contact with the ground all the time when we are flying, right? So whenever we are flying, we are in contact with the ground, and that ground authority which instruct us where to go, when to land, where to move, either left or right. All these instructions is the ATC which gives us, and we follow that. Okay. So in case if you need any in case there is any emergency, for example, there is a hijack or there is a any medical emergency on board, you inform the ATC so that as soon as you land, and also they inform you that which is the nearest airport where you can land. Okay, so in case of emergency, you ask the ATC that this is an emergency and we need to land. They will inform you that okay, this is the nearest aircraft, there you can land. They will coordinate with you. They will inform all the authorities. In case there is a medical emergency, they will inform the paramedicals there on that particular airport. As soon as the aircraft land, the paramedicals come and start helping the passenger. So have you heard about the lady gave a birth to a baby in an Indigo aircraft?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So it actually the flight was from Delhi to Bangalore. So after few weeks, actually after 30 or 32 weeks, pregnant lady is not allowed to fly. But that baby was premature. Okay, it was like 5 months or 6 months for that lady. So the baby was premature. So she just gave birth because something, she was not feeling well somehow. And luckily there was a doctor on board, that too gynecologist. So she helped in delivering the baby. So in that situation, captain can ask the ATC that okay, there is such emergency on board, we need to land as soon as possible. So just tell us that where we can land. So the ATC has informed them to land whatever the nearest airport is. But in India, the nearest airport, wherever you are flying, for example, you are flying from Delhi, the nearest airport is Jaipur. So wherever you are flying in domestic within India, actually in domestic airspace, if you are flying, all the airports are at the vicinity of 30 minutes. So you can land in 30 minutes anywhere. So it's actually, I guess this is the only situation or only case you have heard or you will heard. In future, you will not heard that a lady gave a birth in a domestic flight. In domestic flight, it's just not possible because you can land by the time the lady gave a birth. But this situation was a really critical situation. Something like that happened. And by the time captain asked the ATC that okay, we're supposed to land because we have a medical emergency on board, the nearest airport was Bangalore only. So that's why they landed in Bangalore, but by the time they landed, the lady already gave the birth to the baby. Alright? So in these kind of emergency, you contact the ground staff, the ATC, and the ATC will instruct you that what needs to be done further. Okay? So ATC means air traffic control, but ATCC means air traffic control center. Any questions so far? Any questions so far, guys? No? Okay, what is AAI?
Airport Authority of India.
Airport Authority of India, right? Is that right? It's not written here.
Yes, ma'am.
So AAI is Airport Authority of India. What does that mean? Who will explain that to me? Quickly, guys. So I'm gonna ask all these abbreviations tomorrow. So just learn that, do whatever you want to do, but there will be a test for you guys for these abbreviations. And there are very few of them. Okay. And also you need to explain what does the work of ICAO or DGCA or this AAI, what is traffic, ATC. So what is AAI?
Airport Authority of India.
What does that mean?
It controls all the airports all in India, and airports follow the rules of.
Okay, so as I have told you that DGCA is actually the authority which makes all the SOPs and everything, and we follow them, right? In aviation, every airline is supposed to follow them, and if you are not following, they will cancel the license of that particular airline and they will not be able to fly, right? Similarly, Airport Authority of India, because every airport, each and every airport in India or anywhere in the world, they have to follow few guidelines. Okay, no, there should be a proper marking of the airport, proper walls at the airport, all the cameras, everything, because it's a very sensitive area, right? And they have to take care that nobody will hijack the aircraft, nobody will come and just sat in the aircraft. If an aircraft is lying, you have parked an aircraft at the airport and there are no walls. Imagine anybody can come and sit in the aircraft, right? There is no check, there is nothing if there is no walls. Even if you have the walls, they will climb up the wall and come inside. So you have to put a wire. What do you call those wires? Do you guys know the name? I forgot the name. The wires with. Do you understand which wires I'm talking about? Those have a sharp ends, and you can't just hold on to the wire. I just forgot what it was. There's a proper name for that. I just forgot that. So they put those wires above those walls, and those wires also have that electricity flowing in them, so that just in case anybody wants to, jump inside the airport vicinity, he will get shocked with those wires. Also, the cameras are there on those wires, and if you found, for example, if you're trying to climb the wall and trying to touch the wire, if you have touched the wire, there will be a camera, and the camera will immediately inform the authorities, that is CISF, inform the authorities, and the camera will also tell take your picture and show your location then and there. And all the security will be around you as soon as you try to jump, and as soon as you can't just go away with that. Okay, so all these things Airport Authority of India will plan, and then they make a particular airport, and then they check that everything, whatever they have, is as simple as that. When you try to build your home, you just go to the architect right? And the architect will give you a layout and he will tell you, okay, your bedroom will be here, your drawing room will be here, your washroom will be here, and then you make it. It's just like that. AAI is the architect of the airports in India, and you have to follow the guidelines which they gives you. Is that clear to everyone? Guys, switch on your cameras, please. Don't switch off your cameras. Everybody switch on the cameras right now. Okay, is that clear to everyone? What is AAI? And what is the function of AI? Any questions? Any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now AB is air base. So this is the term generally used by the AB is actually a terminology which we use for the military airports that we call air base. For example, they have a different base and in the different cities, right? And even in aviation, if I am working from Delhi, that means my base is Delhi. Okay. Those who are flying from Bangalore, their base is Bangalore. Those who are flying from Bombay, their base is Bombay. Okay. The air base is actually a terminology, a term which military airports has been using. Is that clear? For example, if they have a base here, they will call it Delhi Air Base or Bombay Air Base or wherever they are based in. So whenever there's a term air base, that means we are talking about the military airports. Is that clear? Okay. Let me see what. Or if it is either it's AB Air Base or AFB Air Force Base. Okay, so today we have done all the abbreviations related to the alphabet A, right? So just tell me what all I have covered. I've covered ATC, I've covered ATC, APU, AI, AB, ABF, AC.
And
What is AC?
additional crew member. Additional crew member.
Oh, ACM. Okay, yeah, additional crew member. That has not been written here. I just told you this. It's not in your manual. APU done, APU done, alternate done.
ATC.
Okay.
Air traffic control.
Control center, right? So we have done all the abbreviations related to alphabet A. So tomorrow we will do with alphabet B or C. Okay? Or I will also show you video in case any related video I need to show you. I'll check for the video which tells you about the port side and the starboard side and actually about the aircraft. So I'll check if I'll found any, I'll show you. Or yeah, that is all for today. And tomorrow everybody should be groomed. So the first thing we will do by 2 o'clock, those who will join in, I will check the grooming. Okay, and those who will join after 2 o'clock, I will not mark their grooming tomorrow because that means you have done it after we started the class. And I want everyone in the class and switch on their cameras. I don't want anybody with the cameras off tomorrow. Okay? Can you do that?
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Any question regarding this, or shall we do the B thing also? We only have 3 abbreviations, so just write it down for B also. So the first thing is base. As I told you, base is the hub where all the aircrafts and everything, and even the cabin crew, they have their office, they have their cabin crew, they have their aircrafts parking in the nights if they are not flying. So that is the place called base. Majorly they have their hub, they have their office, they have their crew members, they have their faculty, they have the aircraft, all these things at a particular place. For example, for all the airlines actually, they have the base in their major cities like Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Cochin. Okay, so all the airlines have their bases in the big cities. They might not have a base at Amritsar, like it's a small city, right? So all the major cities have the base of the particular airline. The another one is bleed air, which you don't need. And another one is BRG, bearing horizontal direction. That also related to the pilots. You don't need that. I guess that is all. So you just need to know the basic stuff. I don't want to confuse you. Because in this PDF, they have all the abbreviations for all kind of people who are working at the airport. So you just need to know which is related to your profession. Okay? So can we do that? Will you learn these and I will ask you a question tomorrow regarding this? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And you guys need to explain also. If I am asking you about DGCA, you need to explain me what is DGCA. Okay? And rest, I will see that if I can show you a related video. I will search for it today and I will show it to you tomorrow. Okay? Any questions? Any question regarding anything related to anything? Okay, so tomorrow, grooming check. Then I will ask you questions on these abbreviations and then we will show you a video. Okay? Okay, the new students, do you want to see a video on a particular thing? We can do that also because I have showed them n number of videos regarding everything, regarding hijacking, regarding crash landings. If you guys want to see any particular video, just let me know. We can see that also. Maybe something new for them also. I will not show the old videos which you have already seen.
ma'am, the hijacking one.
Hijacking one. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
crash landing.
okay. So the hijacking these guys have seen from which one you have seen? Tell me the name. Any old student, come on, tell me the name. That was the Air India flight. That is Kandahar, but do you remember the name, number of the flight?
IC 814.
IC814. So you guys need to remember this because this actually happened in India, and that too with Air India. And they have been hijacked for 7 days, right? So I'll just see because they have seen that video. I'm not sure you guys have seen it or heard about this before or not. If there is any other video which I can show you regarding hijack, I will show you so that they can also see, and that will be something new for them also. Okay, and if Just let me know, guys. Do you want to see Kanthar again, that IC814, or you want to see something new?
Something new.
Something.
Okay. So I'll show you a new video for hijacking tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Or anything which you guys, the new students especially, if you have anything in your mind, you want to see anything, you want to, discuss a particular topic, we will do all the topics. Maybe we will shift you in another class and then we will do it, because these guys have done all these things already. Or maybe we will do it together. So I will get back to you on that, because even I'm not sure how it will work. But by the time we all are in one class, just let me know what you guys want to discuss or see. We will discuss those things also. But this aviation management is actually new for them also, so that's why I'm just continuing this. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I think we will call it off for today. And tomorrow, please guys, groom properly. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not only me on the video, as we have our faculty and this session is getting recorded, so I can't be partial to anyone. Okay? So everybody is seeing you and they are also checking your grooming, and I am giving you marks, but it should not be like I am giving you any kind of partial marks, because everybody can see you. So please get groomed properly. These sessions has been recorded, so even if you will come and say that no, I was groomed that day, I will show you the video. Just have a look how much you are groomed. Okay, so groom properly. And few students need to do the presentation again. Just give me a moment, let me check that. Who all are need to do it? Okay, so I guess I need to check that. So I'll check it later, and maybe I'll tell you tomorrow. Those who need to do the presentation. So the first thing, no, let it be. I'll tell you tomorrow only, or maybe you will receive a message that you need to do the presentation again. Okay. So those who need to do it, we need to submit it by Wednesday. Okay. So those who will get the message, just make sure you will. The last day of submission of those presentation is on Wednesday. Okay. So and I have already given you the feedback, so you should know what needs to be done. Each and everyone got the reward from me, right?
No, ma'am.
Shifana, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have gave you the feedback that day only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have given the feedback to each and everyone on the video that day. Those who have not received the feedback probably have not sent me the mail, and maybe not sent the attachment properly, or there is something wrong. Otherwise, I have seen all the videos and all the presentations, whatever I have got, and I have gave them marks also. So those who are supposed to do the presentation again, I will send you a message, or maybe you will get a mail. Just keep it back on it by today itself. Okay? And you need to do it again. Any questions?
Hello.
Alright. Then I'll see you guys tomorrow by 2 o'clock. Alright? And enjoy your evening. Just get ready, get fully groomed tomorrow, and then switch on your cameras. Please, I'm telling you. Alright?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Alright. See you guys tomorrow. Have a very good evening. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.